long-winded, running through this life like it was mine. Never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own destruction or success. But what is a mistake without the lesson? See, the best teacher in life is your own experience. None of us know who we are until we fail. They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself? Whatever you do, homie, give your heart to it and stay strong. Stay strong. Stay strong.
This was a poem written by Nipsey Hussle in a song called "I Do This," and basically, this little short poem, all reinstated what I always believed in. That's putting in hard work, and that's just working hard for whatever you want, and sticking, dedicating yourself and pursuing your goals. And me myself, I've always believed like you get back what you put in, and that goes for everything in life. If you put in lazy work, if you half effort, you're gonna get lousy results. You're gonna get poor results, and you're gonna be unhappy. But if you work hard, work smart, ultimately you will achieve your goals. And I remember I said this earlier in one of my speeches. It was a quote from Kevin Durant saying, "Hard work be talent. Once talent prepares to work hard." And that's you always gotta have the mindset in whatever situation you go into, because the reality is the road to success is never easy. When you want something that brings you a lot of satisfaction and something that's valuable, that's precious, it usually takes a lot of effort. It usually takes a lot of grind, dedication. So you always got to always go in the mindset like, I'm gonna have to work hard. I'm gonna have to work smart. I'm gonna have to prep. I'm gonna have to have a lot of preparation towards achieving that goal. Because there's a lot of obstacles, and within this journey, you always have to focus on the progress too. A lot of times we tend to get too far ahead of ourselves, focusing on the end goal and what it's going to look like after we achieve this thing, or what it's going to look like in the process, in the time of celebration, and we tend to miss it, what we the short obstacle in front of us. And me, I remember early on when I first got to college, high school, I was so focused on the end goal, so focused on what I wanted to do after that. I was just missing the obvious things. I kind of wanted to finish fast, but had bad preparation, bad focus, and whatever obstacles was hitting me, I was just hit me. I was out. In retrospect, I should have focused, obviously, and I think that's really life though. Like you also gotta expect the failures, expect the shortcomings, because it really is what is expected out of life. A lot of setbacks, but in these setbacks, that's when you learn the most. That's what has the best lessons. Like the poem said, how you want your story to be told, you gonna tell it, or you want somebody else to tell it. And you could even look back at like college right before. For me, once again, I'll use college as another example. No matter, I've heard so many stories prior to going to college about experiences. Sometimes they'll tell you exactly what teachers to take or what classes to take, but when fact of the matter is, it don't matter how much advice you take. It's never gonna be the same as somebody else's. Your experiences, they could be similar, but they're never gonna be exact. There's a blueprint to follow, but you can't completely replicate somebody else's steps. You know what I mean? So it's always important to know that in this life, it's your own experiences that's going to ultimately define you. You know what I mean? How you approach certain situations, how you come out of them. When you're faced with failure, how you rebound. How do you rebound from that? How do you take it and you crumble, or you take you? Okay, that was a lesson for me. Let me see what I could do better next time. Next time you approach it, let me see how I could prepare better. And that's life. You take the losses, you take the bumps, you come back, you prepare yourself, and then you tackle it on head on again. And that's really it. And sometimes even if you feel like you're completely defeated, then you gotta think back like, what is the reason? Why is the reason I started? Like, what made me want to do this, and what is the end goal. That's kind of when you look back at the end goal. You stumble and you feel like you completely flatline, like you completely out of it. You think back about the end goal. Why did I want this in the first place? What is this leading me to? Like, what am I trying to get out of it? And that's ultimately, like, that's when I would focus on it. And yeah, man, that's really it for me. That wraps up my quote. Like I said, when you put that in out, remember why you started. That's always inspiration and why you started. So yeah, that's my take on life. Expect the hardships, expect the setbacks, the failures, and that's because that's really what defines us. And hard work and the work ethic, dedication. That's really what's going to define us.